people sometimes talk about love what you do, be passionate about what you do, and the money will come and find you. Don't worry about making money. Well, the truth behind that is that actually that isn't necessarily an accurate statement, because if you just followed what you enjoy doing, often that isn't necessarily going to lead to some kind of income or be able to sustain yourself or a roof over your head. And in some cases, maybe, but in many cases, it isn't. So it's thinking about not necessarily just what you're passionate about, particularly if we're talking about in the context of business and entrepreneurship, but how is it you're going to translate that into something that's going to be meaningful and useful? So there's been good at things, there's been passionate about things as well. So I remember there's a friend of mine who I was at university with, and after he graduated, decided to go into finance and accounting, and he is, I would say, absolutely brilliant at his job as an accountant, but he absolutely hates what he does. There's no passion whatsoever in what he does. He's passionate about many other things, but it's certainly not accounting, but he's good at it. So we can all learn to be good at certain things because certain skills we can develop, but it doesn't mean that necessarily we have the passion. Whereas if we can tie the things in together, something we enjoy doing and we're passionate about, and there's an opportunity to be able to monetize that, then it makes the whole thing much easier. So for example, when I was younger, 12, 13 years old, I was fascinated by computers. And they were in the early days at that time. We're talking about kind of mid-80s. This is a time during where you had your ZX Spectrums, your Commodore 64s, BBC microcomputers. That was my era. And I absolutely loved that kind of technology at that time. It was all brand new. And then at the same time, I was keen to learn about money and how to make money. At the time, there was no business studies being taught at school, but there's a subject called commerce, which essentially was business studies. And my commerce teacher would teach us a lot about theory, about what a sole trader was, what a limited company was, and what a balance sheet was. These basic concepts. This is about 13 years old. And I'm thinking these things are interesting, but how is it that we make money? Why is it that I can't have some of the nicer things other kids have in the school as well? So really the two things tied in for me were a passion for computers and technology and a love for entrepreneurship and business, and putting those two together is what really I started as my first businesses, and they continued for a number of years and they evolved over time. But if I look back now, my passion in my 20s was to make money. That's what I was obsessed about. I'm not proud of that when I look back now, and I think that's what drove me, but it was at the time. I was just driven about making money, where really when I look back now, it's really more about enjoying the journey rather than focusing on the destination, because often we're focused on we need to get to this outcome and then I'm going to be happy. Well, actually, if you enjoy the journey, then the destination is really just going to be something you get to, and from there you move on to other things. And it's like setting goals for yourself. When you've got a certain goal, you achieve that, you move on to other things, but as long as you're enjoying yourself along the way. So being passionate about something certainly helps, makes things more enjoyable, makes you more driven and more focused. So I'm passionate about building a substantial property business. I'm passionate about helping and supporting other people through this content, through learning, through training as well, and making a difference to other people's lives. I'm passionate about helping my family build businesses as well, and particularly understand property as well. And these are the things that drive me. Hey, if you're enjoying these Saj daily videos, then what I'd like you to do is click on my face over here to subscribe to the channel, and also click on the bell in order to get the notifications when these videos are being released. Then what to do next is click on this video here, and I'll see you over here on this video next.